Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Street Crypto here, back for another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to predict a Bitcoin dip and how to handle it. So Bitcoin is down 8% in the last 24 hours, and most cryptos are down around about 10%, with the whole market being down 8.65%. So I'm going to get into some tools about how I knew where to take profits and how I was selling profits at Bitcoin towards 69K. So the first thing I want to get into is the fear and greed index. Now, I'm sure most of you probably know what this is, but if you don't, it's essentially a market analysis in terms of market sentiment. So it's driving off the people's emotion towards how they feel of Bitcoin. Now, there it is on a scale from extreme fear to extreme greed. So obviously, when people are greedy, usually a reversal can be on the cards, and when people are fearful, likewise. So last week we were in extreme greed with a rating of 84. Now I was quite scared at this point because I was scared when people are greedy because I know that there's gonna be some kind of reversal, and this is why I was taking profits towards the higher levels of 68, 69K, because I just knew that it never lasts too long in either extreme fear or extreme greed. And this is one of the biggest indicators I use. So that's how to predict just one of the major turning points, because obviously you're not predicting the price of Bitcoin, you're predicting market sentiment. So when you see people are really greedy and market sentiment is really high, you should be fearful. You should be selling into that greed, and you should be buying up when they're fearful. Now, the next thing I want to mention is market emotions. So this is just a chart showing what kind of things go through people's and traders' mind when they're in the markets, because markets are controlled mainly by whales, so they make all the major moves. However, retail traders feed into most of their moves. So the most point of financial risk is euphoria and thrill, and maximum financial opportunity is anger and depression. So when I saw Bitcoin, I saw people. I was in Discord, I was on Twitter, I was looking around here and there, and I saw people were really, really excited. They were just really, they didn't see any downside to crypto, and that's when I knew some kind of reversal / correction was coming. It always comes, guys. It always comes. So I was selling up there. I saw people were starting to get a bit greedy, and I was getting scared. So that's why I think looking at a general market sentiment is really, really going to help, because if you trade on your own emotions, you'll usually end up failing. However, if you trade off other people's emotions, you'll usually do really, really well. So when I say other people's emotions, I just mean looking at the market's emotions and how they're feeling, and usually doing the opposite. So the next thing I want to mention is just about liquidations. Now, looking at over leveraged longs can be a really good point to see if a reversal is on the cards. Now, the reason for this is because when their people are super over leveraged, like we've seen here, 90% longs, nearly 100% of people on longs have been wrecked in terms of people who have been wrecked. Nearly 92% of them were longs on Binance. Now, the reason this is important to note is because whales can quickly take an opportunity in over leveraged longs and put them against their positions, making sure they're liquidated, and then their shorts gain a lot of value. So that's why they do it. That's why they do these quick dumps. That's why they do liquidity dumps, because they liquidate these over leveraged longs, and they gain a lot off that because they have enough money to change the markets very quickly, and these shorts obviously have to buy in at a lower price. So that's why just looking at how longs and funding rates are going is really important in crypto. And going into that, it is about selling the news. So every time Bitcoin has some kind of upcoming major event, there is usually a sell the news on the cards. Now, the reason that is, it's much like the liquidations. It's because retail investors are getting really, really hyped. They're really, really excited. So they're putting in these massive over leveraged longs. And then the whales with a lot of money are going, hold on, we can just wreck these liquidations. We can just wreck these longs and make them liquidate. So increasing our position and giving us a lot of profit. And that's what they do on these big days. Now, the last one was on September. and we saw El Salvador obviously accept crypto, and we saw a bunch of whales just dump the market, and retail investors pay the price because they're going to do it again and again and again. So next time you see some kind of big update coming, just be sure to be a bit careful, because there is usually a sell the news situation, and just check funding rates, do a lot of research about how the market sentiment is really looking. Now, that was just a quick video on Bitcoin. If you guys want me to check out any other cryptos, be sure to let me know down below. But I just made a video on these top 3 altcoins you guys should be buying during the dip, and I'll link it down in the description. But that was just a quick video. I'll see you guys in the next one, and peace.